Muzzled menace. Flying felon Diobra Redden. Is it Diobra? Deborah. I'm going to call him Deborah. Big Debbie. Who leapt over desk to attack. Does anybody ever know a thin Debbie? You don't, do you? There's never a thin Debbie. They're all fat. But anyway, who leapt over desk to attack judge, returns to court in chilling Hannibal Lecter style mask. And this is when people were like kicking off, going, it's so racist. This is just like slave mask. No, no, no. It's standard practice. It's a spit mask. It's a spit and bite mask. It's so that you can't spit at people. And it's to basically keep the officers around him and everybody else, even his own lawyer, like safe and all that. Because, I mean, if the guy is going to attack the judge, right, then he's obviously really not going to give two shits about attacking anybody else. Because you've seen the video of him, he just flies through the air, man. You know, he was like, it was like the end of Space Jam. Like, he just goes sailing through the fucking air. And oh, man, Michael Jordan, boom. Bugs Bunny was there. I mean, even at the end of it, you heard the that's all, folks. But yeah, but that is standard practice to do that. If he was white, the exact same thing would have happened, right? They've done that to obviously keep everybody safe. The man who launched himself at a judge during his trial has been sentenced by the same judge to up to 4 years in prison. I mean, only 4 years for attacking a judge. I mean, Jesus Christ, he got off lightly. This time, Deborah DeLone Redden, 30, stood in court accompanied by a group of jail officers and was forced to wear shackles, a mask on his face, and orange mitts on his hands. This is obviously to make sure he can't bite, scratch, grab, spit on people, bite, all that stuff. That's why it's standard procedure. I'm pretty sure we've also got them over here as well. Over here, we actually have the Superman harness, where basically it wraps around your entire body. You're basically trussed up like a brisket, and then they just carry you like a plank of wood and all that. That's something that we have over here as well. I don't know if they have that in America. In the latest hearing, which only lasted a few minutes, Holfus said, "For purposes of the record, I want to make it clear that I'm not changing or modifying the sentence I was in the process of imposing last week before I was interrupted by defendant's actions." Judge Mary Kay Holthus, 62, sentenced Redden to 19 to 48 months in prison and imposed a few $100s in administrative fees. Redden will be on trial again to face charges in connection to the attack on Judge Holthus, but before a different judge. I think that's obviously because it'll be biased, because she was the one that was involved. So he's got sentenced to 4 years in prison for the original thing he was in front of the judge for, but obviously, a slight conflict of interest. He's getting a different judge for attacking the first judge, which I was mistaken. I thought only 4 years for attacking a judge. What the fuck? But no. So that means, see, the next time he goes in front of a judge, I've got a feeling he's going to get butt fucked. He's going to get absolutely. I mean, attacking a judge is a bit of a. In the courtroom, it's a little bit of a faux pas, if you will. It's just something that you don't do. Something that would make a defense lawyer very, very upset. Saul Goodman wouldn't even be able to save you from that. It was a bit silly. I mean, what do you think was going to happen? Oh, you've just given me a big sentence, so I'm going to attack you. What did you think if you hurt her enough, the sentence would just go away? No, you were just adding on time, man, for your stupid little outburst. Right? You had a little tantrum, a little tanty-wanty. And now you're probably going to go away for a very long time. Congratulations. Redden leapt over the court bench and grabbed Holthus before getting into a brawl with Clark County District Court officials on 3rd of January. I love the fact that, see, just as he's going off camera, you don't see the connect, but you do see a police officer just fucking, he just throws a crack, and with the way his arm moved, it looked like it landed. Must have been a good one. In the viral video, Redden could be heard saying, "Nah, fuck that bitch," before attacking her. Holfus, 62, had her hair pulled and her head slammed against the wall. She received minor injuries, and after receiving medical treatment, she returned to work the next day. Holfus had denied Redden bail in connection with a baseball attack last year. I think that's meant to be baseball bat attack, unless he threw a baseball at someone, but who knows. Redden had begged the judge not to send him to prison. Well, you're in for a rude surprise after he attacked the judge and claimed that he was a person who never stops trying to do the right thing, no matter how hard it is. At the time of the attack, he had not been handcuffed because he'd been released from custody while awaiting sentencing. Courtroom clerk Michael Lasso was praised for his decisive action in pulling Redding off of Judge Holthus and probably kept her from having more severe injuries, said Court Chief Judge Jerry Weiss. Mr. Lasso was treated for cuts in his hands, and a courtroom marshal was hospitalised with a dislocated shoulder and suffered a bleeding gash on his forehead. Is that the end of the article? Yeah, but how stupid can you be? Oh, I don't want to go to prison. I don't like prison. So I'm about to do something that's definitely going to get me put in prison for a much longer time. Like, what did you think was going to happen? There was literally... See what you did in that moment. There was literally no benefit. No benefit in any way whatsoever to you. Like, not even... Oh, I've got to take out a little bit of anger. Like, no, I'm not even counting that, man. Like, that, there was no benefit for you in any way in that situation. Right? So, he's get sentenced to like the original, what was it, 18 to 48 months or something like that. I believe those sentences are in there where it's like the minimum you'll serve is 18, you know, maybe you'll get out after that, you know, for good behaviour, but no longer than 48 months. I believe that was the sentence. I'm not 100% clued up on how it works in America. But this was just dumb. Like, the next court date, you're getting butt fucked. But anyway, we'll sit back and see what he actually gets as a sentence. But I've got a feeling it's going to be a pretty beefy one.